spent the last school year living in Spain. And despite being there for 9 months, it wasn't really until the last 2 weeks where I really tried to do everything I could to knock off as many things off of my bucket list as I could. So here's my list. 1. Try paella, because not only did I only have 2 weeks left in Spain, but I was also living in Valencia, which is kind of known for their paella. Goal number 2, make a friend and try agua de Valencia. Agua de Valencia is basically a screwdriver and a mimosa combined. Apparently it's really good and I love drinks, so I had to give it a try before I left. And I had 2 weeks left in Spain and I still had not made a really legit friend, so I was gonna try to work on that too. Okay, goal number 3. I wanted to have one last really cool adventure with my girlfriend Kyra and our roommate Carlyn before we move out. And lastly, goal number 4. Take Kyra on one last romantic date in Spain. Alright, let's start with the paella. So it all started with this guy here. His name is Fran. I've been giving his family English lessons because they plan on moving to the US. And before I left Spain, he wanted to invite me over to his in-laws because they were gonna make the traditional Valencia paella. And as you guys know, I had not tried it yet, so it was just perfect. And for the viewers out there who don't know, paella is a rice dish that originated in Valencia and they're kind of known for it. Yeah, so we went to their in-laws place and the whole process took about an hour and a half. And the whole thing was cooked over this metal dish and it had to be cooked over a flame, an actual flame. They even had a little section just for their logs for whenever they cook paella. And guys, this paella was looking good even before they added the rice. And the man behind the food today was Fran's father-in-law, Paco, who makes paella every Sunday, so he has his credentials. And he started off by cooking the meat on the metal disc, which was chicken and rabbit this time. And I had never had rabbit before. And the whole cooking process took entirely on this giant metal disc. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what I'm talking about when it came to putting this together. So here's a really cool montage of Paco cooking this amazing dish. Getting the actual paella from the flame to the table was a whole 2-man job. And I know I waited to the very last minute to try paella before leaving the country, but damn, it was definitely worth the wait. It was just so flavorful and rich, and even the rabbit was delicious, which I didn't know what to expect, but it was great. My girlfriend Kyra, who has had paella plenty of times, has said that the best paella is homemade, which I wholeheartedly believe now, and I'm glad this is how I tried it for the first time. Fran and Sara, if you guys are watching this, thank you for inviting me over and sharing your culture with me. Miss you guys. Try paella. Check. Alright, goal number 2. Try agua de Valencia and make a legit friend. Agua de Valencia is basically like a mimosa and a screwdriver combined. Really what it is gin, orange juice, and champagne. And I love oranges and I love a good drink, so I had to try it before I left. So I decided to hit up this guy named Alex.
Yeah. Say hi to the vlog, Alex.
Hello.
I met him a week prior at this restaurant called Tiki Taco. He originally spoke to us in Spanish, but then we soon learned that he was actually American. But not only that, it was also his first day in Valencia. And he was really cool. We really hit it off and we invited him to eat with us and it was just a really good time. So I figured why not ask him if he wants to come try some agua de Valencia. So I shoot him a text and he said he was down. So we ended up going to this place that was recommended to me for agua de Valencia. And yeah, it was a really cool spot. It was located in the center of the city, which I love hanging out in because there's just something about the architecture and the energy that's just unmatched, honestly.
Yeah. Say hi to the vlog, Alex.
Hello.
Now show them how bilingual you are.
No sé lo que debe decir en español, hablo los dos idiomas, pero hablo boricua, no hablo el español de España, que ellos hablan un poco extraño. I'll do it slow.
Alright, cheers.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's
bro.
it's a Spanish screwdriver. I felt bad leaving Spain, not trying leaving Valencia and not trying paella and agua de Valencia. I have to get it done. And it was just like such a great cocktail to just be drinking while you're hanging out outside in the center of Valencia, Spain. And it sucks that I met Alex literally like 2 weeks before I left Spain to come back to the US, but hey Alex, if you're watching this, hope you're doing well, man. Make a friend and try agua de Valencia. Check. Carlyn, get in here. Our last hangout in Spain together. Alright, goal number 3. So our roommate Carlyn invited Kyra and I to this cherry festival. Buying our tickets to this cherry festival included like a trip to this waterfall that we would get to visit. Oh my goodness. The location for the waterfall was amazing. We actually went through like a whole bunch of nature before we actually got to the waterfall. I've never really been the biggest nature person, so I've never really seen anything like this. But it was beautiful, and it was just so much fun to see with Carlyn and Kyra.
Yeah, it is freezing.
And guys, I cannot express to you how slippery it was. Well, I'm not cold anymore. Guys, we did it! We did it! It was a really fun last adventure with these two. I seriously could not have asked for better roommates and better people to experience this year in Spain with.
Alright guys, turn around for the camera.
One last adventure with the roommates. Check. My girlfriend and I are about to end our year of living in Spain together. So before we move out, I wanted to take her on one last romantic date in Spain. Because who knows when we'll be back, and I don't know if we'll ever live here together again. But first things first, I gotta ask her out on this date. Okay, I have an explanation as to why. The place where I normally get flowers from was just closed. So I went to Lidl, and this was the only thing they had. And so it has a little note. Did you read it?
Yes, and the answer is yes.
And I got you this.
Oh, chocolate milk too. Oh my god, that's too angry.
So what do you say, Kyra?
Oh, yeah, I said yes. I'm not supposed to walk this way?
No, you're not supposed to walk out of frame of the camera.
No, sorry. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, should I kiss you when you're sick? Okay guys, this date did not end up happening. We severely underestimated how busy it would be to not only move out, but move out and move to another country, that being the US, returning back home. But once we were back in Chicago, I wanted to keep the theme of appreciation going, so we wanted to have a Chicago/welcome home appreciation date. And what better way to do that than some Italian beef? We get to do our last Spain date, but we got to have some really good Chicago food. So what do you miss most about Spain?
Croissant, cheap food. Groceries only costing like 30 euros for like 2 weeks.
The camera, and give it a review.
Okay. I'd give this camera a 7 out of 10.
No. Kyra, you're supposed to wait.
Oh, sorry.
I used to get one this big for a quarter.
Oh, bro, I wish.